So Spencer, just our usual weekly catch-up. First of all, what were your thoughts about after the weekend? Now you've had a chance to think about it.
Yeah, as I said on the day, I think it's really credit to us that the general consensus is we're really disappointed we didn't win the game. You know, let's take all the positives from that. Look, it's a massive referee decision. It didn't go our way. I think they're going to be down to 10 men for 45 odd minutes. Very disappointed with that. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember who we were playing. You know, Bobby's got Hemel, top of the league, unbeaten. And, you know, they caused us some problems, there's no doubt about it. They've got a really good way of playing, very dynamic, very direct. Their forward lads, you know, they had plenty of chances. I think it was a wonderful game for the neutral. Loads of goals, loads of attacking football. Defending from both teams, not the greatest. And as I said, we've come away, in hindsight, you know, I'm particularly disappointed we haven't won the game because we certainly created the better and more chances. And, you know, I said, sadly they're not all on the internet as in highlights, but, you know, we played some great football on the day. So, look, got to take everything in a really positive manner to come away to the league leaders, haven't lost, who are playing really, really well, and be disappointed we haven't won the game and have a really poor refereeing decision. We've got to take a lot from that, but clearly we've also got a lot of work to do in the defensive part.
And obviously we have no official competitive fixture this weekend, so we've got Bracknell on Friday night. What can we expect from that, and why should the fans come down?
Look, I think it's what football for a fiver. It's difficult. It is difficult getting excited. You know, it's obviously using the opportunity to do other things, but it's really important for the players that haven't been getting minutes to go and get 60, 70, 90 minutes. You know, so a lot of the lads that have been on the bench, that haven't been fit or different circumstances, you know, Guy was ill on Saturday, you know, great opportunity for them to get good minutes against a good side. Obviously, we're very good friends with John. Bracknell are, you know, only one level below us. And look what happened when we played at one level below us side 2 weeks ago. So nothing to be taken granted for. But it is difficult to get motivated for those games. But I've just spoken to the players and said that individually, for once, they've got to show us what they're about. I think there'll be one trialist as well. We're hoping to get Joe Haig on the pitch for the first time this season, which will be really good. Said Guy is back. You know, Mason, Hish, Sam Smart, Bradders. You know, opportunity to show us that they should be in that team, in that squad. And from that perspective, there is something on the game. But as I said, it's difficult. Obviously, we desperately wanted to be in the FA Cup. It still really hurts me with the way it went. But we've also got to take some positives from it. Hopefully, there'll be a good attendance Friday night, and then we'll regroup Monday and Wednesday next week before we're back in it for real action on a week on Saturday against Avery.
You just mentioned him there briefly, Joe Haig. Obviously, he's not played for us this season yet with an injury. How has he been recovering?
It's been slow, isn't it? I mean, it's we've sort of called him Joe 2 weeks Haig. It's always 2 weeks, but he's been training. He's a very fit lad anyway. I don't want to put too much pressure on him because you've got to say that Chinny and Ricky, particularly on Saturday, were almost unplayable, both of them, for large chunks. But I've also got to wrap players up in cotton wool. You know, Ricky, I know he's disappointed, but he's in fabulous form for certainly Farnborough. It's the best he's ever been on a consistent basis. And you know, you might want to play every minute, but Hemel's pitch was rock hard. You know, we feel it today at training, the difference between a pitch that's got good shock pad to it and is newer. So we have to wrap some players up in cotton wool, whether they like it or not. It's a very long season, and we've got a squad that needs to be brought up to speed. You know, so you know it's difficult for Joe. We'll see how he goes. We'll be guided a lot by him. Obviously, there's not good news on Manny, which is very, very disappointing. So we're waiting for a scan on that. I think it's on Sunday or Monday, but that's not looking great at the moment, which is very, very disappointing. And you know, we've had Paige, who's been out for a very long time, who we're easing back in and had a little bit of a groin niggle. You know, which I said in the interview, I felt that it did affect him slightly. You know, everyone's desperate to do well. It would be good to get Mason, who we ran into the ground at the start of the season. He's had a little bit of break. I thought he looked sharp when he came on against Hemel. You know, Hish back in there, Bradshaw, Smarty, who again I thought looked really good second half. So there's lots to try and get something out of that game on Friday, however difficult mentally it is to get yourself up for such a game. But it's the players' individual opportunities. So you know, we'll put a really strong side out. against, I said, a really strong outfit from step 3, only one level below, and hopefully a lot of people turn up. Nice thing for a Friday evening. Hopefully the weather's not too bad. It's absolutely shocking here tonight, and we'll see what happens.
Another absentee on Saturday was David Romain. What is the latest situation with him?
No idea. He didn't turn up to training. There's been no contact. So sometimes you can only do so much. I'm disappointed. Somebody wanted, but at the end of the day, players have got to do what they want to do. So the door's open. If he wants to contact us, I don't know what's going on. Hope he's okay. Obviously, my first priorities. But it is what it is, and we'll see where that goes.
And I guess the final player up there then is CJ. Consciously been playing for Uxbridge recently. Have you had a chance to catch up, see how he's getting on?
No, I need to. I do need to. I think he's just played his second game, so I didn't want to put too much pressure on him. Look, the situation is really simple with CJ. I've said it before, so sorry to bore people. He is absolute legend status at this football club, and I've told him that I want him back to the fitness and sharpness levels he needs to play at step 2, which I felt due to a stop-start pre-season, and then even into the season where he wasn't available, he's not at yet. It's completely up to him what he wants to do. We had a number of clubs come in for him. He's gone to Uxbridge with our absolute blessing on a dual reg for time, and time will tell. It's down to him. We would like him back. He may not want to come back. He may look for a new challenge. We'll certainly tell everyone once the decision has been made, but it's very much it's pretty much all in his hands. If he's enjoying it there, if he feels like he can come back to the fitness we need here, and obviously he wants to play. So I will be in touch with him soon after he gets a couple more games under his belt. It's the same for Ben Mason. We had 2 of my staff watching him last night. He's got a long way to get back, but he's got, I think it's 7 odd games potentially available for Chertsey, which is, the perfect way to get these players back up to fitness. So I said, coming back to CJ, we wish him all the success there. Hopefully it's only short term, and if that changes, we'll let you know. But as I said, he's got so much credit in the bank. But if he wants, or any player wants to get into this team, then they've really got to be on it, sharpness, fitness-wise. And look, I think we're 9 games into the campaign. 2 points off second, 5 points off top, only, and so we're banging this, and I think, quite frankly, results have been, pretty good. Performances a little bit hit and miss. We've had a lot of players missing for one reason or another. Perfect example on Saturday, Guy Hollis was due to be there and he was ill on the way there. So much goes on that people don't know, and players that couldn't really play on the 4G, Hemel and Walton, and so we've got so much more to give. A prime example, as you say, Joe Haig, fingers crossed, we'll get some good minutes this weekend. So a lot of really positive things. So people, for whatever reason, can't come on Friday night. Let's make sure we get the place rocking a week on Saturday for Averley, because we've still got plenty more to give, and we're right in the early mix, and that's a lot to be positive about.
Perfect. Cheers, Spencer, and have a good weekend.
Thanks, Mike.